all time, they will never cast a vote to get the other one out, and anyone would be retarded to want to sit with them in the final three, because the only possible way you win then is if you win the HOH, because otherwise you're going home.
Other. Yeah.
So, and they don't need to sit down and have a handshake. If one of them wins, the other one reaps the reward. So, you know, well, probably Danielle wouldn't give Dick a penny, but Dick certainly would take care of Danielle if he won the money. So.
Well, second place still gets money. So.
Well, right, that too. So, I think they're super sketchy. I think Nick is on his last legs, but let's take him out before he recharges and comes up with Plan B. You know.
So that's not going to happen this week.
I'm fairly certain. What do you? I mean. You've never been, like, a super big fan of his, right?
No, I haven't. Not at all.
Definitely have not. Since, like, the first 5 days, he was, like, one of a very few people who has never sat right with me at all. He just seems like he is just up to something.
Him and Kale both are like that for me.
Oh, I totally agree. I think, honestly, it's not a big deal. And I didn't care to rock the boat, and it didn't make a difference to me, but I don't think we chose the right person this week.
Yeah, I don't either.
And if it were later in the game, I would have stood up there and fought it, and I would have just said to you and Danielle and Jen and Zach, fuck it, I don't fucking care, like, let's just do it anyway or whatever. But in week 3, that's not necessary or the right thing to do, but nonetheless, it wasn't the right person. I don't know what... You know what, though? This is what sketched me out about it. Mike didn't give anyone a reason ever that he was untrustworthy coming after them or anything. Or that he had anything that he was capable of doing. Kale outright sat to my face and told me the things she plans on doing if she stays here.
Like what?
So,
or are you not saying?
No. About how she's going to protect, those people, and how she's going to throw HOHs, and how she's
going to throw them?
Yeah, she never wants to win again because it made her just such a horrible target, and blah, blah, blah.
Whatever, week 1.
How she, unlike Mike, does have friendships in this house, and will have new relationships, and can align with people, and she's saying, you're telling me all these things. I'm saying, she's openly telling me that she's a threat, and we're keeping her, and why? And the only reason, and I wish I didn't have these thoughts in my head, the only possible reason is because Amber and Dustin and Jamaica feel like Kale was going to protect them. And it was not about really Mike being a threat to them ever. It was about the fact that they think that Kale is an asset to them if she stays in. And I don't like that, because I'm not looking for ways to fracture what we have going on right now. Fine, there'll come a time for that, and maybe we will rope people in, and maybe we'll break off into different units. But why do we need to do that right now when we can all guarantee ourselves that we get to stay for another month? You know?
If we already know she's not going to compete for HOH, and we know she cracks under pressure, then really all it takes is some putting her up.
I don't know. Tell me your thought on this. Maybe without speaking to her, you won't have too much insight, but my thought is that I think she's full of shit. I don't think she ever rolled over and died. I don't think she was ever, oh, I want to go home. I think she used that as her card, that she's like, I'm weak old lady now, so I'm not a threat, and I have no friends anymore, so just what can I possibly do to you, enemy? Woe is me.
Have you noticed she sits like a guy? She leans forward
with her legs spread.
Either that, and or really, really sporty-ish.
I think she's...
Extremely. I mean, she runs. What 40-year-old woman do you know that runs? Because I don't.
Danielle and Dick had a real good point with her. If she is just sincerely a simple housewife from Oregon, she would not be a finalist, a semi-finalist, and then on the show. There is clearly something that we do not know about her. And, oh my goodness, you're getting just a little rebellious cutting through those cheese pieces. I'm just saying. And I think... I think they are spot on with that. I think someone was like, Kale, why don't you ever speak? And she's like, you know everything there is to know about me. I have 3 kids. I'm married. That's that. And I'm like, probably.